moment. Let's go.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Everybody's cold, I see. So can we just stand up for a minute? Everyone, please stand up. Shake it off. Shake it off. So hi everyone, my name, you guys can sit down. I'll introduce myself really quickly. I won't take much of your time. My name is Evelyn. Some of you guys know me as Just Different. I do shamanic work. And I am a teacher of the School of Remembering. I teach the ancient secret of the flower of life. How many of you here know what the flower of life is? Raise your hands. Yes, 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 yes. How many of you know about the Merkaba? Nice, 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 nice. How many of you know about shamanic healing, shamanism, plant medicine? So what I do in many of my workshops is I teach shamanic breath work, which is actually connecting yourself to your I am presence. So I know that everybody's into this spirituality and yoga and chakras and all that great stuff, but I come here to tell you that you are your own guru, you are your own healer. So the world that we live of right now, the world that we live in at this present moment, it is a reflection of your consciousness. So a lot of people want to change the world without changing themselves. So if you guys really want to change the world, you guys got to first things first, change yourself. That is emotional trauma healing. Go back to the little boy that you were, that little girl that was abused. Forgive those parents, you know. Your parents, you know, they're the ones that fuck you up the most, right? So if they're not fucking you up, they're not doing their job. That is so true. My daughter is here, she can say that. I'm like, I asked her, like, how much did I hurt you from 1 to 10? Because if I didn't pass, you know, it has to be like 7. That way I know I did my job right. Other than that, why did you come to her for, right? So you chose your parents, so go back home and you gotta make sure that you heal that. Make sure that you look at your shit. Look at it.
Yeah.
Right? It's true.
I hope.
No, because what's happening is that what I'm meeting, and this is not offensive to you guys, so if you take it personal, you know, look at your shit. So, what I am seeing in this spiritual community is that they're not authentic. It's not about being spiritual. It's not about saging and freaking Palo Santo. It's about looking at your stuff and healing it, letting go of that pain, that anger, that resentment, connecting back to Mother Earth, connecting to her spirit, loving yourself. People tell me, you know, I do woman empowerment as well, and they're like, Evelyn, I keep being with this same guy. I don't know why I draw these guys and these men are to you, because the reason is because the men are the only, for you women, men are going to treat you the way you treat yourself. If you don't love yourself, if you don't treat yourself as a goddess and you don't put yourself in a pedestal, guess what? What should anybody else? Right? And the same thing with men, right? Those crazy girls you guys be drawing into you, you know, you like it, right? No mas. That's what I'm saying. So, what I'm trying to tell you is that if you guys actually do want to change the world, when we want to become this amazing, you know, society, first things first, understand and know that you have to first change you. The world is a reflection of you. If you have anger, if you have pain, if you have resentment, if you have ambition, if you have greed, if you have jealousy, possessions, all of that is a reflection of you. So if you want to actually change the world, first things first, change yourself. So I go really back in my teachings, I go back into the emotional trauma. They're like, oh my God, Evelyn, this. I said, you know what, let's go back to that 5-year-old. And I did this just today with my group. I'm doing an Awakened Illuminated Heart workshop. I do a 3-day intensive. And then after I do that with them and try to get them to activate their Merkaba and their light body and connect them to their I am presence and become sovereign mentally, emotionally. If a spaceship comes And they're like, let's go. You say, no, who the fuck are you? I'm from Earth. What are you doing? What do you want from my life? You know, I'm a sovereign being. So you gotta make sure you always stay sovereign and learn how to discern. Just because a teacher sounds good in paper and, you know, and she talks to dolphins and shit, don't buy them.
Yes.
Right? It's not about being spiritual, it's about being authentic. And being true to you, being transparent, and talking from the heart. That's why I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm just flowing. That's one of the things I do. I do mystical journeys to Peru. And what I do is, what I have integrated in my work is, I'm all about walking the walk. I'm not going to tell you, go down this path. I'm saying, listen, this is what I did to get to where I'm at. I could show you the roads, but you guys got to walk in. Right? So I do mystical journeys to Peru. I just came back in February. I'm leaving again. I'm leaving again to Peru. And we actually just came back from Sedona from another, I was lit. Because it's all about also meditating and healing and getting downloads and connecting, but it's also about having fun. And I think that you guys take things too personal. We gotta pay the mortgage, we gotta pay the bills, we gotta pay the rent, we gotta pay the... Have fun.
Yeah.
When was the last time you sang in the bathroom?
Yo.
I sang this morning.
Yeah.
It's today. Yo.
You know? Sing in the bathroom again, guys. Remember, your voice sounds good. It really does. Yes, right? So you gotta go back into singing in the bathroom. Learn how to... Last time you freaking went out and danced in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I did that when I was like 13. I was like, oh, I put out the boombox. I was like, hey, I was like doing the flash dance and stuff. So, I mean, learn how to have fun. Because when I work with Drumble Melchizedek, he's been my teacher, my mentor, based in Sedona, and we did an inner journey to inner earth, and we connected with the plasma beings down there. I know it's a little bit out there, but believe me, they do exist. And I was there in the middle, and the plasma beings, one of them stands right next to me, the other one stands in the other one, and they're like, and I'm in the middle, and they're like looking at each other, they're talking, they're like, why do we always get the non-believers? And they're like, I know, right? Jesus doesn't believe that this is happening, and why do we always get them? And I'm like, guys, I'm in the middle, I could hear you. They were like, can you just do me a favor? Can you just let go? Just let go, Eve. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'll be a kid. Let go. Boom, we went to Venus, and it's within. If you guys want to go to space, go within your heart space. Yes. Everything is in your heart. Everything. Your past life, your Akashic records, Syrians, Pleiadians, Andromedans, Arcturians, they're in here.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Aho. So, when I did that, and I said, listen, you know, so I got all emotional. I'm like, wow, I'm with the plasma beings. I'm in inner earth. I know Shambhala. Here I am. I'm lit.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you tell me what I can do for my human brothers and sisters? They're like, yeah. I'm like, give me the message. So I'm here thinking, become Plato and philosophy. I'm like, I am going to write this. And they were like, you know what? Just tell them to have fun. I'm like, what do you mean? They don't laugh. They don't sing. They don't play.
Okay.
You know, so it's like a lot of people that are suffering from depression, they forgot how to sing. And you know what happens? Society has brainwashed you to like not sing, not have fun. That's so serious. Why? Yes.
People don't know what fun is anymore.
Yeah, people don't know what it is fun. You know, you guys gotta learn how to have fun, and I think we forgot about that. And I think that one of my biggest things that I can teach is to have fun, not take things personal. And yes, I love Snadam Kaur and Deva Pramar and all these amazing, you know, artists. But I also love my ratchet music sometimes, you know. And I gotta be honest. I still live in 3D, and I keep it honest, and I keep it authentic, and I keep it true. So when I am true to you, and I walk my walk, then I give you space and open the door so that you can be true to yourselves. Aho. Anyways, that's one of the things I do. So the mystical journeys, what else? Mystical journeys, shamanic breath work, woman empowerment. You girls, we gotta work on here, you know? Solar plexus, we gotta continue working and healing emotional traumas. What? I mean, I do so many other
Yoni
works.
eggs.
I do, huh?
Yoni eggs.
The yoni eggs. Who knows about yoni eggs? Yeah, so you know, so I always tell the girls, you know, work on yourselves, emotional trauma. I you know, round of applause for my divine masculine. You guys are here. You guys are holding space. You guys are remembering who you guys are. You know, you guys are our knights. You guys are our protectors. And I thank you. I really do thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming out and letting go of that ego, you know, and coming back to the heart space, because it's interesting. A lot of my journeys are, a lot of men are coming into my life, and they want to go to the mystical journeys to Peru, and they want to go and be in the heart space and tune into their emotional body, you know. So a lot of men and women don't know, most women don't know this, but you know, they were also abused. They disconnected them from their emotional bodies. When you're a little boy and your dad or your friends are like, men don't cry. You shouldn't cry. So you hold on tears and you disconnect yourself from your emotion. I want you to become open again. I want you to become that 5-year-old. Women too. You know, when Master Jesus said, let all children come to me, it meant the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50, the 60, the 70-year-old on their pure soul in that innocent childlike manner. And we forgot that. So if all of you can go back to being, imagine all of us being 5 years old right now. Do you think we'll be sitting here?
No.
It'll be fun. It'll be so much fun, right? We were spinning the bottle or something. God knows what we'll be doing, right? All I'm saying is, you know what? Try to not take it so seriously.
Yes.
Learn and heal yourselves. Remember that the world is a reflection of who you are. So there's a lot of talks about ascension, about 5D, about 3D, that the government's going to fall, that there's AI. It's all about what you want to manifest. You are a co-creator of the divine. You manifest your own reality. Stop thinking, you know who helps you, you know who's your best teacher is the person that triggers you. What angers you. You know, Rhonda says, if you think you're so enlightened, go spend a week with your family. Right? You're so spiritual, right? You're so zen. Go spend a week with your family. See how zen you are. You guys laugh, right? You're not that spiritual, right? You're not that zen, right? That's what I'm talking about, being authentic and being honest with yourself and being true to who you are, being true to your heart. So what happens is that in those times of the movie of Atlantis, we used to be transparent. We used to talk with our heart space. We were able to see each other in a different light. And we forgot about that, letting go of the ego, or not even letting it go. Let the heart master the ego. Right? Let the heart master the ego, not let the ego master us. You know, being true to yourself. And also, fear. Letting go of fear. There's 2 vibrations in this world, love and fear. And a lot of us vibrate in fear, right? But what is fear, right? False evidence appearing real. It doesn't exist. So it doesn't exist. You create it in your head. How many of you have seen Apocalypto? Right? He says it, right? What's the guy name? Jaguar, Puma, whatever his name is. The dad says, you know what? You let fear get in you. And once you believe me, I remember when I was like 25 years old, 26, when I was going to buy my first house. And everybody in the mall there came out of the woodwork. Are you crazy? What are you doing? The mortgage, the taxes, you cannot do it. Why would you do that? This is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. So be fearless. Be fierce. Be independent. And you know what? Do what you want to do within your heart. Let go of how people think, what people are going to say about you. And that's what a lot of people I see is like people worry too much of how people are going to look at them. Don't worry about that. Whatever anybody thinks about you, guess what? It's none of your business. That's their business. Okay? So what matters most is how you see yourself and what you think about yourself. Okay? Questions? Anyone? I love questions.
Everything.
Did I cover everything? Am I missing anything?
All the things.
All the things. You got it.
What?
Mama, you just
Yeah, be a goddess, be a lover, have fun, enjoy, and don't take life too seriously. Remember, you create your own reality. Have fun.
Yes.
Manifest from your heart, not from the brain, because what happens is that the brain lives in duality consciousness. It has fears, it has doubts, right? You live in polarized consciousness when you think and you want something and then you manifest it, but you also manifest negative thoughts. So what I want you to do is I want you to pretend that your spirit is this small and I want you to travel within your heart space. And that's what I did with my class today, right? We did that and it was so beautiful because inside your heart there's no time, there's no space. And everything is in there. Everything. So when you have a question and you want to know, just go within. And that's one of the things that I teach is going within your heart space. And I think a lot of us forgot about that. Yes.
How can we let go of fear?
How do you let go of fear? What creates the fear?
Fear of upper limits, let's say.
Fear of your limits.
Fear of upper limits.
What do you mean by that?
Fear of our highest potential. Of
Yeah, well, you know what? That's a great question. Being aware. What are you fearful? A lot of people that are struggling, right? Some people that struggle with money, and I got that information, that download. Why are people struggling with money? You know why? Because throughout your lifetime, right? We have been taught that money is hard to come by. So a lot of people go on and they stay in this struggling mentality because of your grandmother, your mom. I cannot buy that for you. I cannot give that to you. Not now, not this little. You don't got money, you don't got money. So you create and then you have this program that there's not enough. So what happens the moment that you actually can start manifesting a little money and money starts coming to you, it leaves. You know why? Because you have been programmed so much to be in that struggle that you don't even know that you're used to being there. Do you understand? It's a mindfuck. It really is. It's like, I know I could make it, but why do I continue going back into this? It's like a person that's continually being abused. So a lot of it is because it's all mental programming. So what I want you to do is I want you to empty that cup of all your beliefs, all your mental beliefs, all that religion, all of it. Let it go. And I want you to become sovereign. Sovereign, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Know your worth. And wherever you stand, you're a sovereign being. This is your square. And connect to yourself. Connect to your heart. You know it all. You know, where I teach is called the School of Remembering. Because there's nothing that I teach you. I just give you the tools so that you can remember. That's it. There's nothing that anybody can teach you. Because you know what? This is embedded in you. You are a thoroughbred of the divine grace. You are a divinity. This is your birthright. All you gotta do is remember. That's it. You know, I love Reiki, I love all this spiritual stuff, but you know what? I tell people, you know, I could give you Reiki, but you're going to come back in a month. So you know what? Where's the trauma that's causing you the back pain, the lower back pain? Well, let's look into that. What's causing this discomfort? It's an emotional trauma. It's always an emotional trauma. 99% is an emotional trauma. So let's go fix the emotional trauma. Let's take it out. Let's look at it. Let's cry. And you're going to cry, and you're going to cry, and you're going to cry. And guess what? One day, you're not going to shed a tear anymore. Because you know what? You made your peace with it. With that pain, that hurt. And you know what? That back pain, that lower back pain, that headache is going to be gone. So we don't want to put Band-Aids on our stuff. We want to fix the problems and look at it. Yes?
I have a question for areas where you experience pain. If you could talk freely about if you have knee pain. I've had issues with my knees.
Knee is ego. Pride. Pride. Don't worry, I got it too. No, but it is. So there's a book called Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. Who knows Louise Hay? So write it down. Basically, every physical pain, every physical trauma that you have, it first goes into emotion. It first is a mental trauma or an emotional trauma. So if you don't fix the mental or the emotional, guess what? It's going to come into the physical and it's going to attach itself.
Heal your body?
It's called Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. Amazing. So what happens is, like, let's say if you have, knee problems, she will say, okay, that's pride, that's ego. There's an affirmation next to it. So what happens with affirmations? People, I know that when you're first saying an affirmation, you might not believe it because you're reprogramming your brain again to believe something. So what happens, you don't believe it, so then you have to say it and say it and say it. Like today, go home, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. A lot of people think they love each other and they don't. People do not love themselves. You have to go home and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, I love you, I love you, you're amazing, you're great. Until you actually start believing it and feeling it in your mind, in your body, in your every cell, every electron in your body knows it, claims it, owns it, walks it, feels it in every level. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. So you gotta start doing that shit now. We need you guys to come do that shit now. Yes.
All right. So there was a point, right? And I'm grateful to be able to ask this now. So when one feels like they're coming to make like an intense decision that it could be life changing, and then you feel that tightness in the heart. What is that?
What do you mean? Tightness? Fear?
Yeah.
Anxiety?
But why? So before when we had the car, like before we went to Sedona, and I was like, yo, I need a minute. Like this is too much.
Oh yeah.
Like, and that feeling of, I guess it is fear, but what does one do with that? With that feeling in the body? Or
why does that happen to you?
Or yeah, why does it happen? Or
how do you get past it?
How do you just work through it? Like what's
meditate,
breathe.
Because what happens is that sometimes things are happening, especially at this moment in time, so we're like vibrating in a higher frequency. Some of us are tuning in into a third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension. It depends. I mean, you go to Walmart, 3D. You go to Home Goods, 3.9. You go to Pier 1, 4. It's guys, come on. It's very simple, right? It's different. So when you're I was a comedy. I do comedy too, right? Yeah. So I mean, it's very simple. So now things are manifesting and things are moving so rapidly, and things are coming to you so rapidly. So when things are going great and you're taking it back, you're like, oh shit, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. So you're so used to not getting things so freely, so giving, so that you get afraid. So you go back into your fear mode. You go back into your cave. It could be that. It could be many things. For me, when I get those things, or when I used to get those things, I used to breathe and meditate and center myself. Go back into centering yourself. A lot of things that I also did in my walk in the beginning was I did ayahuasca, a lot of plant medicines that help me. Again, plant medicines are amazing and they're just tools, like Palo Santo, like sage. They're all just tools, okay? Buddha and Jesus did not walk around with crystal stones and Palo Santo and sage in their pockets, believe me. Okay, so you have to understand that these plant medicines are also tools to let you see beyond the veils of illusion and know and understand that we are one, interconnected. At the end of everything, right now, I'm in the void, and you guys are not even here. You're dreaming that you're here. And you are my reflection. And I am in the lead role, and right now you guys are my supporting cast. And understand that that's how your life is. So go into meditation, take a step back, and watch yourself from this view. Right now, my higher self is here, and Evelyn is doing a speech, and she's looking at everything, and she's eating popcorn. She's just watching me. You know, don't take life so personal. You know, and understand that however anybody else treats you, it's not a reflection about you. It's a reflection of them. Questions?
Say that again.
How anyone treats you is not about you. It's about them. It's their own reflection. Don't take things personal. Be impeccable with your word. Always do your best. And live from your heart. It's the only way back to oneness. Live from the heart. You know, be humble. And be grateful for all the things that we have. I mean, even the rain. You know, I have people that tell me, oh, it's raining. Listen, at least we have freaking rain. Don't you think the trees need some water? So when you start changing the way life is and you start looking at things differently, guess what? Your reality changes as well. So you see the good things on everything. You see the good things in life. You know, so you start living with gratitude, and guess what? The universe starts by, the universe is a genie. If you say, I am sick, you're sick. I'm broke, you're broke. I'm stupid, you're stupid. I'm this. Understand and know this. Who knows, right, after you have your heart, that's the first thing that comes out of your mom, right? The heartbeat, baby's heartbeat. What's the second organ that comes out?
Tongue.
Can you just give them a chance? Can you just, okay, the second organ that comes out of your heart is the tongue. The tongue is connected to your heart. So whatever you say, it's so powerful. Sometimes you hurt a person more with your words than punching them in the face. Why? Because it is connected to your heart, and we have an electromagnetic field, a toroidal field within our heart, that when you're next to somebody, you want to be right next to them all the time because they have this energy, they're positive, they're loving, they always see the best in life. When you're with somebody, that person has a heavy heart and negative, you don't want to be around them. So be careful with how you talk about yourself, what you say about yourself, and what things you do to other people, how you speak to your children, how you speak to your friends, how you speak to your lover, how you speak to everyone, because you know what? You're talking from your heart space. In ancient Egypt, what they used to do is they used to break your jaw to mummify, right? And they used to break your jaw and they used to pull out your tongue so they can get into your heart. They used to seal it with special plants so the worms won't eat it and put it back in, because there are two things that create life that they felt that they needed to take to the next life. What do you guys think it was the two things? Okay, so it's the heart and your genitals, right? Those are the things that create. Even when you're making love, know and understand that that is sacred. These are portals. And you can create the stars and you can create planets. If you can create and make a baby, you can create so many beautiful things once you understand the sacredness of your orgasms. Egyptian sexuality. I mean, if you guys were just to do your research, all of this has been hidden from us. All of it. You know, but I tell you one thing, one of the best things for me has been living in my heart space. You know, and treating everybody as if they are me. So when I hurt someone, I'm hurting me. When I give advice, I am giving me advice. When I heal, I'm healing me. And I say that to my group today. I said, listen, you know what? Everything I'm doing here for you guys, I'm doing it for myself because you are me. Questions? Come on, guys. Should I say a joke? Yes.
Comment. So the lesson is that be who you are.
Exactly. You know what? He got it. Be who you are. So that's what I'm saying. Go back to being the 5-year-old.
Yes.
You know, when you were 2 years old and you wanted a lollipop, nobody stopped you. You wanted it and you really wanted it. Nobody ever stopped you. You wanted a lollipop. You wanted that candy. Whatever you wanted, there was nothing that would stop you. So that's how I want you to do. We put our own limits to ourselves, and I want you to stop doing that. I want you to go get it. Go get what you want. Be passionate with what you want. Stay true to yourselves. Live in your hearts. That's it. I'm like, okay. Thank you. If you guys want to find out more about me, just go to in1heart.com. In1heart.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is just different. Yeah.
Spell
That's
that
it.
way. Spell
Just J-U. It's different. So JUSTDIFFRNT. It doesn't have the 2 E's because I'm just different. So why would I spell it just different and spell it correctly? Like hello.
That's different.
Right? It's just different. Duh. Alright, bye guys. I love you. And thank you for participating in my reality. You guys rock.